Subscribe to Speedy, 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 subscribe to Speedy.
Hey there, what is going on, guys? My name is Delbert, aka Speedy. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, as well as leave me a like if you enjoy the video. It helps me out a bunch, and I love the interaction with the community. If you leave me a comment, I will comment back and just chat you up. But today I'm going to be recreating a video that I did in the past that I feel like I should have spent more time on, that I really enjoyed making because it helped me reflect on my early childhood. But today I'm going to be recreating that video here for you guys, and it's called My First Games. Now, if you like to play video games, like a vast majority of the internet, myself included, there are always those games that that you love, especially from a more personal standpoint. You grew up playing those games, they mean a lot to you, and lots of you consider that that's where your gaming career started. Well, for me, I had a couple of different games in my early childhood to late teens that helped shape the games that I'm interested in today, and pretty much all of them are single-player games. There are a few multiplayer games in there, but I think that means a lot to show where I am today, because I do enjoy lots of single-player games. But without further ado, let's just get right into the first game that helped shape me to where I am today. The first game that I remember playing since I was a little kid is Devil May Cry, and I got into the Devil May Cry series because my father liked playing that game at the time. I don't know if he's still into those games today, but it was a game that he played a lot of when I was a little kid, and late at night he'd come downstairs. When I was living downstairs in my basement, I really loved the basement, so I wanted to have my room down there. He would come down late at night and play Devil May Cry on the downstairs living room TV. And at the time, he didn't really want me watching it because he thought he'd get in shit from my mom for me watching this violent video game. But I would still watch him without him knowing. I'd like hide around the corner and sort of check out what he was doing, and eventually that progressed to me sitting right next to him, watching and even trying out the game when he went to go get a drink or something. And I think that helped show me where I am today. I enjoyed that experience, and I loved the fighting and the action in those games. Personally, I'm not into them anymore. I don't stay up to date on them. I don't play them, but I think it helped me a lot to figure out what kind of games that I would enjoy, and that sort of introduced me to the idea of video games. I'm not sure I would even know about video games well, I would obviously hear about video games from my friends later on, but being exposed to that so early, I think it helped shape me into the gamer that I am today. A couple of other games I played were like SOCOM and Star Wars Battlefront, the original one, not the new one. That's complete garbage. Don't even get me started on that. But I played SOCOM a lot, SOCOM 1, 2, and 3, and eventually 4. And I absolutely loved those games. I loved the military aspect, the stealth aspect, and the, I don't know if you would call it strategic aspect, but you were able to command your fellow teammates, tell them where to go, stuff like that, and I thought that was really interesting, and it helped me paint the single player and strategic aspects of the games that I like to play today. Like, I love playing Civilization for the strategic aspect of it, and I like playing lots of single player games, so it's a lot of fun, and I love finding games that are like that as well. And as for the Star Wars Battlefront, that was one of the multiplayer games I talked about. I loved playing that game with my brother at the time, and we played it almost every single day after school together. We would play it, we would mess around in it, we'd do the split screen and try killing each other sort of thing, screen peek every so often, and you know, it was just so much fun from my childhood. And seeing where Star Wars Battlefront is today is a little bit sad, because I love the old games so much, and I think to some degree they should have just left the series alone, started their own series. Don't bring up the name Battlefront. Like, they don't do justice to the Battlefront name, and I that's just my opinion. Some other people might think otherwise, but that's just my personal opinion. And one of the last games I want to talk about that got me into gaming is GTA 3. From maybe my mid-teens, I used to borrow GTA 3 from my uncle, who was really into games as well, into the Grand Theft Auto series. Because of the open world aspect. I loved the open world aspect to GTA, being able to go anywhere, do whatever, whenever I wanted, and not be limited by linear storylines. And from that point on, I have thoroughly enjoyed open world games that don't limit me to linear campaigns, you know, mission after mission after mission after mission. I love being able to complete a quest or a mission and then go about wandering a vast open world and exploring the care and love that has been put into that world by the developers to make it feel more realistic or to make it feel lived in. Like the recent Red Dead Redemption 2, which I have played and completed, it's just absolutely amazing, and I am grateful for that experience in my life. I'm glad I lived to see that. It's just such an amazing game, and they've crafted the world so beautifully. So those were the games that got me into gaming today, and I'm very grateful to all those games because they got me to where I am today, and they have influenced my interests to this date. They've influenced my choice in games. They've helped in my own personal life, just finding friends as well. Like, and I don't mean to sound like a loser, but being able to connect with people over shared video game interest has been really helpful. Lots of my friends today have played and enjoy those kinds of games as well, so it's just really awesome how well that has impacted on my life. And anybody who says games can rot your brain out, or games only breed bad seeds, or games are bad, games are that, blah blah blah, they can go straight to hell. They're just spewing bullshit out of their mouth that has been disproven over and over and over again, and I don't know why it keeps coming up, but I hope that we'll reach a time when it's just, you know, accepted. It's a good part of society, and while in huge quantities it can be bad for your health, you know, if you start neglecting to eat or to shower or whatever for the purposes of gaming, obviously it's not healthy. But I do think it's an amazing recreational activity that can inspire your imagination and help with your own personal thinking in your head, your cognitive abilities. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said at the beginning of this video, if you enjoyed, please hit that subscribe, leave a like, maybe a comment. It helps me out a bunch, and I love interacting with you guys. So anything that you do or say is absolutely amazing. And again, thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.